Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that things are well in your world. It's probably not a huge surprise to those of you that have been watching the stream or following me on Twitter, but I'm not having a blast with Dominaria United. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's really not gripping me. So I decided to do something else. In the past, I would have just ground through it anyway, not had a good time, gotten irritated, started complaining about Magic, talked about how awful Magic is, said I'm never playing again, and then come back and tried the new set. But we're going to break that cycle. Instead, I decided to do some chaos drafts, and I've been checking out some other games. So today we're going to have a chaos draft. This is where the boosters are entirely random for the people that are drafting. I've done several and put them up on YouTube, and it's always a good time. It's one of my favorite ways to play Magic, so I hope you will enjoy that. I also streamed some Cult of the Lamb, which is a really fun kind of action roguelike that chat can get involved with. And I'm going to try to pull some of that footage and make some YouTube content out of that as well. So if you're into that, do check out the Twitch stream. I'll probably be drafting something or playing some Explorer now and then, so there'll still be some Magic content for the YouTube. And maybe the next set will grab me, or maybe I'll decide tomorrow that Dominaria United's the best set ever. Who knows? But I hope you enjoy this Chaos Draft, and I appreciate you watching. Have a good one. All right, pack one is one of the Ravnica sets. I usually scroll through these and look for removal. There's a Lawmage's Binding, which I like. I don't remember Verity Circle being great. Pontiff, I don't remember being great. Savage Smash was pretty dang good too. I mean, these are all pretty good, but I think I'm going to start with the removal spell and just take good old pacifism. See if that can go somewhere. All right, this is a Theros pack. I don't remember these cards as well because I've barely played any of this set. There's Dreadful Apathy, which is just another pacifism. Could start with 2 removal spells and be pretty damn happy. One of which is pretty splashable. I'm kind of inclined to do that. Yeah, let's do that. Not entirely sure why this is so large, but you know, that's okay. Yeah, I mean, I could see it just doing something incredibly late game. But it's hard for me not to, especially in Chaos Draft, just be like, let's take removal spells. They're kind of always good. Okay, that's better. Hey, this is the current set. And this is a set which has pretty dang good fixing. So I should probably be setting ourselves up to get into like Esper, Jeskai, something. And take one of these duels here, because fixing is somewhat hard to come by. And like, I could be splashing Lawmage's Binding, I could be splashing both of these. It's kind of tough to take the fixing before the card that you want to fix for, but if you do that, you're just giving yourself more options. So I think I'd be more likely to be interested in Esper things than Jeskai things, but we'll see. To that end, I think I'm going to take the Salt Marsh. Well, I don't know, maybe the Aquifer's better because there's a possibility the Binding is the splash. But it doesn't really matter if we ended up Esper. It's good to sit down and do a Chaos Draft. It's been a minute. It may have been a year since we've done this, which is a shame. All right, we've got good old Kaladesh Remastered pack. Gearshift Ace is not really something that you're going to be using to do a lot of crewing, but a 2/1 first strike for 2, there's nothing wrong with that at all. And if we do happen to like bump into another vehicle, it could be quite good. Yeah, I think I'm happy with we're going to play white. Because we've got a solid removal spell, 2 solid removal spells in white, as long as I can get a little bit of fixing, and a 2/1 first strike for 2. Like, that's a pretty decent 2-drop. Good blocking, good attacking, plays well with combat tricks. There were vehicles in other sets besides Kaladesh, so we could bump into some of those. All right, Midnight Ambush is an okay removal spell. It's going to be a lot harder to make at night, so it's kind of just -2, -2. There's also a Gavany Trapper, which would leave us a little more flexible in our colors, and is still a quality white spell, and would really let me signal to me in a canoe, Wallet, Neek, that white is not open. So even though I think this is a little better, I'm going to take the Trapper. I think in most cases, this Trapper is a decent facsimile of a removal spell. All right, we've got AFR, and we're kind of not doing a whole lot here, other than a Hobgoblin Captain. Meet a Tavern isn't terrible. Conjurer isn't terrible either. Yeah, it's a removal spell with upkeep, but you also get to upgrade it, right? So like, if they play a better creature, then you can get rid of it. I wasn't thinking I was going to be the aggro player, but I can be. Let's see where this goes. I like a good Hobgoblin Captain. It's one way to win a draft. Interesting, like it could lead into Jeskai things, but Cameo's Epiphany should be insane. So perhaps the Hobgoblin Captain was a fluke, because that's a lot of cards. Yeah, I can just be blue-white stuff. Not that Invading Manticore was bad either. It wasn't. It was quite good. But not really the droid I'm looking for. Hey, what's up, Mopo? Doing a Chaos Draft with some viewers, which is actually my favorite format, and something we haven't done in a long time, and I don't really know why. I've even done like competitive Chaos Drafting in the Sweatsuit Invitational back when that was a thing, which I imagine it will be again when Hunter has some more time. I hope it is, at least. What have we got here? Worthy Knight. Whenever you cast a night spell, create a 1/1. It's unlikely I'm going to be able to get enough knights to do that, but it is a 2-drop that could have some synergy. And the rest of this isn't great. I guess Thrill of Possibility sort of does something, but I think I'm going to take the knight. This is an acceptable 2-drop, and if we happen to bump into another knight, we can play it. If we don't, that's fine too. So this Azorius Locket gives us a lot of options, I think. Because like the Veteran's fine, but I don't think I need it. The Prying Eyes is fine, but I don't think I need it. Whereas the Locket gives me more fixing / ramp. So I think we're really looking at just an Azorius deck currently. But the Locket would help with another splash. It's also a little bit of card draw. 5/6, costs less for enchantments. That's not very good. First Strike, Trample, Haste. Not very good either. Just take this for signaling purposes then. Shore Up's not bad. I'll play that. What's up, possums? I'll probably do another one. if people are game for it. None of this actually does anything. Deck needs more clue stones, perhaps. It needs some flyers is what it needs. But I do believe I cut white good enough that I should get hooked up this pack. We'll see. Can certainly play that. I'm not like crazy excited about it, but it's playable. Alchemy is the one set we couldn't fit in here, sadly. Which is kind of stinky dinky, but here we are. This is a rough pack for us to open because I want the Confiscation Coupe and the Cloud Blazer, but I want the Cloud Blazer a lot more, so we're going to take it. For some reason, adding the Alchemy booster, there's only one, which is Baldur's Gate, but for some reason, adding that busted the platform, so can't do that. Ideally, they get that fixed, and we're able to do chaos drafts with them in the future. But we've got everything else. For a long time, you couldn't get the remastered sets in. So it's kind of like we don't get Baldur's Gate, but we get Kaladesh and Amonkhet. It hurts a little bit to pass that Confiscation Coup, but it is what it is. I didn't play a lot of this set, so I'm kind of trying to figure out what we would want here. The recovery unit might be the thing, right? Because we actually do have something that's interested in crewing things. And we've got some 2-drops to get back. So I think I actually want this recovery unit. Which kind of surprises me, but here we are. The Tanuki's the best card, but I mean, that kind of is what it is. I can't play that. All right, let's play that. This is a pack. This is quite a pack. I think it kind of has to be the Evolving Wilds for us, because that really does set us up nice for a splash. And like, even if we don't end up splashing, this is still very useful. But that one had some action. Ooh, Salvager of Secrets. Problem is there's really not much to get back yet. I could also just take the river and continue to have absurd mana. Problem is I think the Aviation Pioneer and the Salvager are just better. So the question is, do I think I'm going to get more good things to do with the Salvager? Or do I just want to take the solid creature? I think I want the solid creature. I need a few more playables for this deck than we have currently. Disenchant's nice for the sideboard. The Captain's playable, which frankly at this point I just need a few playables. Moment of Raving was good. The rest of these kind of aren't, but there's a random 2/3. If I need to play something, I can. This might be better for the sideboard if we need some enchantment hate. Because I think we're going to get to playables. I don't usually play the Megalodon, but this deck is kind of looking for a big finisher, and that could certainly be it. Especially if I'm going to play the Locket. So I think we're going to jam this Megalodon. It feels like blue's kind of not open. But it's kind of okay too. Like, we're building a deck with a plan. I think I like Chaos Draft so much because it's like incredibly low powered cube. It's like what the opposite of most people do with cube. Because there's cards that don't synergize with each other. And that's part of the fun. Hi, what's up, Praxis? How you doing? The Inspiring Captain's also a knight for our Worthy Knight, which is kind of cute. Smell Shield. Dauntless Unity. I'm not currently in a Dauntless Unity deck. But I could be. They did a Phantom Chaos Sealed event. Did I know that? I know they did some on Magic Online years ago. Herald's okay. The Prophetic Prism probably opens up more options. Exactly, Praxis. That's how you do it. Yeah, I don't think I'm that short random playable 3-drops. I'm going to take the Prism so that we have another splash opportunity. Yeah, we're drafting on an external site. We'll then import the deck list into Arena and challenge each other to play. It's a fun way to play Magic, mostly for free. You do have to have wild cards to craft anything you don't already own, but you don't end up needing that many. It's the same website we used to use for the Sweatsuit Invitational way back in the day. I guess that wasn't that far back in the day. It was like a year ago, but... Pod drafting. I don't think I want any of this. There's some possibility I could play that. I don't think it's terribly likely. I could play that, certainly. Enchanted creature gets +0/+2 and assigns it's a butt spell? That's weird. I can take the plummet. There's a world where we side that in. It's an April 1 joke event. That's sad. I don't think I was playing much Magic then. I was mostly playing Storybook Brawl in April. Do you guys remember back when they did like streamers events? Like Kriparian had one, Amy had one, Kibler had one. They had asked all the streamers for their ideas, and then they took the largest streamers and used theirs. But my suggestion was Semulin's Standard Sealed, where you got a pack from each set that was in Standard and then played Sealed with them. And I thought that would have been quite fun. This is not a wonderful pack for us. But I could, in theory, splash this Hypothesizzle. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think Day 9 had one too. Hypothesizzle is probably the best card here unless I want a Wall of Mist, and I don't have enough flyers for that to be realistic. So I think we're going to take this and probably plan on splashing it. Okay, there's at least a decent flyer for us. Wouldn't say it's perfect, but, you know, we can work with this. Green was the answer for those of you playing along at home. Not ruled and die likes Gigantosaurus. You don't say. There's worse ways to live your life. Kitetail Corsair is quite nice. We were looking for some 2-drops and we got one. I'd like the Sailor of Memes, the Martyr of Dusk as well. Potentially even the Silvergill Adept, but I think a 2-1 flyer is just exactly what this is looking for. Because we still need a couple cards. We're not quite there. Got enough card draw, just could use, I don't know, maybe another 2-drop. Some more 3s, because I really don't want to play the... Oh, I didn't even take it. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to grab a few more creatures. I thought I took a 2-3, but I think I ended up taking a sideboard card over it. I think we've got a decent little deck coming together here. Gateway Sneak can be okay. Challenge is I'm like, I also like the Skitter Eel. I also like Sphinx's Insight, but I'm kind of tempted to try to take like some sort of flyer here. And this one just fits into our curves so well. Because I've already got 2 flying 5s. It's a very sweet pack, because the eel would be good for us, so would the drake. Like, yeah, all of this would be good. But I think looking at curve concerns, I have to take the Syndicate Messenger. I'm not thrilled about it, but here we are. I think I want the Artisan here, because I do need some more work here. And that's a solid 3-drop, but the Aether Sweeper's a consideration. If I can get one more 2-drop, I think I'm happy. Yeah, we've got plenty of card draw. I've got the Cloud Blazer, the Epiphany, and the Locket. That's more than enough. I wouldn't mind another one so that I've got something else to get back with the recovery unit. Here's another one. That Samurai's a pretty decent 2-drop for what we're doing. I don't think I want another recovery unit. I wouldn't hate it, but like, this seems okay. We only ended up with one other knight for the Worthy Knight, but like, it's fine. Griff Rider could be alright here too. So I may actually get to cut something that I don't want to play, like the Candle Guide. But I think currently this would be the deck. I don't think I'd play any of those. This thing's not terrible either to have a little bit of graveyard hate. Oh neat, we wield a guild gate and we're splashing red. That's kind of perfect. Thanks. That is an incredibly free splash now. I think this has worked out rather well. Just double checking to make sure it's not a Shark Knight or something. Mesa Lynx is okay too. Mesa Lynx is arguably better main decked than the Worthy Knight, but I think I'm going to take this, drop it in the side, and bring it in if we need a little more defensive stuff. Same with this. If we want to lower our curve, we now have the option to do that out of the sideboard, which I like. Got this Sphinx's Insight too. I don't know that I need that. I could play it over Flip to Switch though, I think pretty happily. Got a Puzzle Knot too. That plays nicely with the Captain. That may be enough for me to cut this Knight. All right, cool. I think I'm going to run this. Like I said, this is what we're working with. It is important if you're a viewer that's going to play that when you build the deck, go to this view and then drag cards in and out from here, rather than just clicking them to remove them or something like that. I think I'm pretty happy with this. I would like to build my own mana base though, thank you. Yeah, I think we just play this. I also kind of remember it being beneficial to remove the extra lands out of your sideboard. It's possible they fixed that, but for a while, that was a problem. So I need my lands. And we're a little heavier white. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white. And that would leave me room for 9. Oh, okay. Let me just do it this way. Easy. How long you have for build? I'd say up to 10 minutes if you need it. It's fine by me. Here, we'll put in 2 of those just to tilt the people who like non-matching lands too. That always gets people when they realize I'm just expressing myself through my lands, y'all. It's fun. That's how we do. There's a lot of different ways to express yourself in Magic, and I like to use all of them. Here, I'll be this, like, Jon Snow on crack dude for this one. That works. All right, let's see what we can do here. It's not a bad start. Yeah, the matchmaking for this is really weird. The man of culture, I see. So far, I like where we're going. Mew. No, kind of fine. At least he took the damage first. That's a good argument for attacking first. No reason to leave that there. You'll need to post your MTG Arena account name and the numbers following it in my Discord. Atralos. Y'all let me know if you need some help with that. A draw? Yeah, and it needs to go in my Discord, Atralos. All right. We're just going to go for an Air Force right now. This is looking all right so far. That's not very nice. Don't know that I like that. Okay, we're just gonna end up drawing cards here. Let's get in for our one. This is too solid a blocker. Give me some cards. Those are technically cards. A few more lands than I was after, but that's okay. You play a bunch of card draw, you go and draw a bunch of lands. Probably should have attacked for one there. I got a little confused with the huge whiff. Orcish has to draw lands at some point, right? Like, Can't just be me. Like I said, this is a little too important as a blocker. I don't know that that's an oops necessarily, like you had to get through this at some point, or get through the samurai at some point. Do I need to get rid of this now? Because I kind of feel like I do. I'm gonna need some more creatures. Hey, that's a decent one. It's a decent amount of werewolves. Technically enables an attack with the artisan, which I think I'm happy about. No, you don't need to post the logs of the deck list. If you're cheating in this, like, congratulations, you won. There's no pricing. This is just an event for fun. I think it's kind of worth it to, like, trade off some junk. That's the one that you can sack something. Yeah, it's not that scary. Yeah, it could be, given the fullness of time. Okay, 3/3 flyer is a problem. We'll need our other removal spell for that at some point. There's a removal spell, albeit a bit of a slow one. I'm gonna hold 2 lands in case he has a mind rot. I don't think I can do much more with this mana. Okay. It's a lot of cards. So we're definitely going to want our Kill Vampire enchantment card. Like a lot. We've done this plenty of times, Atralos, and yeah, I would be happy. If you want to save it and have me look at it at some point, I can do that. You can also go back and watch the draft from my perspective and hear my thoughts about it. But I've got infinite of these on my YouTube. ! YouTube, there's a Chaos Draft playlist. Like, that's probably a good place to start if you want to learn more about Chaos Draft. Man, this is so many lands. They could get that to a 6/6, and I've still got 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we're fine here, I think. I'm planning to shore up the candle guide, unless they have a kill spell here. Which, if they do, obviously, I'll try to protect the thing that they try to kill. I can shave a turn off of our kill clock if I protect the candle guide and then attack with it next turn. Which may be something we want to do. Yeah, I think I'm going to save it. If he's got a removal spell in response, that's kind of rough for me, but... Yo! No, thank you. But yes, thank you. 2 removal spells is just wonderful. I can't tap anything if I do it this way, but I'm kind of okay with main phasing it and flipping that werewolf back over. Is it CMC? Yeah. Well, I guess it's not CMC, but you know what I mean. We'll see if we need to sizzle here. Turns out we need to sizzle. Good grief. So many lands. But hopefully this one's all we need. Whatever he's got to play it. It looks pretty close to game to me. Because we got this flyer. That was a good game. Alright, so I know I want the enchantment / vampire removal spell. He's got a ton of enchantments and vampires. So that seems pretty useful to bring in. That's Cleansing Ray. The Shore Up didn't seem terribly useful. I also felt incredibly flooded that game, but again, I do have a lot of card draw and not a lot of high end. I do wish I had another flyer, kind of any kind. But I don't. Yeah, I think this is the best I can get. The deck just, it needs one more expensive flyer, and I just didn't find one. It's gonna have to be good enough, though. That's all I got. Doing well, Panda. How are things in your world? Well, then I'm glad you didn't have it. Congratulations. Two, 1 first strike, eh? And a Morbid Opportunist. That's gonna need to go. Yep, we're gonna spend 2 turns getting rid of that, and that makes me really sad. But here we are. Morbid Opportunist is terrifying. Like, that can't be here. I'm the card advantage deck, not you. That Dreadmalkin could be a slight issue. But kind of anything would be an issue here, right? Maybe I wasn't supposed to worry about the Opportunist? I'm not sure. Because we've really only got like 2 removal spells. So kind of do need to use them carefully. Well, that's not very nice. Plays really well with the Dreadmalkin, though. Doesn't mean we should hold a land if we get to game 3. Blaze it up, yo. Oh, yeah. Little goblin giggles. All right. All right. Was kind of not prepared for that, and yet here we are. Tiago, thank you for the raid. Hope that you had a wonderful stream. This leaves us without attacks currently. Did you have fun, Richard? I hope you did. I love playing Chaos drafts. It's just such a fun way to play Magic. So we can decide to get a little aggro here, which I kind of don't hate. Because I think if we win, it's going to be in the air. And this is 3 to activate? No, 4 to activate. Okay. I kind of want to save the Selfless Samurai for like a gang block on that Malkin, because that's eventually going to be a real threat. So they can make that a 5/5? Make it a 5/5. If that's dead, I don't have anything left to worry about. Because I can block everything else and slowly peck them away in the air. Yeah, this is kind of more important now. For a turn works, so I can use this to block. But I don't need to now. That's a nice turn. It has to attack, right? Yeah, it has to attack. And we can get back the Samurai, we can get back the Gear Shift Ace. We've got options. What's up, Besley? Good to see you. I think I like the Samurai for future turns. Seems fine to me. Yeah, I'll take them both out. That's fine. You can kill one of my little flying tokens. I don't need the Hypothesis right now. Wings of Hubris, eh? Dat Hubris. Might be worth sizzling now. I'm pretty sure a swing team here is lethal. Because he'd block the biggest thing, which is this, and it leaves him taking 1, 2, 3, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I should still technically draw first. Because he might have something, but... Timmy's Epiphany is always so good. Round 1 fight. Got there. I like it. Good luck, Atrelos. I will play first. I will mulligan that hand. And I will keep this one. I can work with this. Yeah, when a format's just super heavy on fixing, I tend not to love it. Because it's just here to play all the things. I'm like, that's just not interesting decisions to me. But I've also accepted that, like, I'm not going to like every set these days. It's okay that I don't like every set these days, and I don't have to keep playing. So I'll play what makes me happy. And like I thought over the weekend, some Chaos drafts might be a lot of fun. And they have been. Well, I don't think that Dominaria United is terrible. I just think it's a set that I don't particularly enjoy. I've watched the Mana Leak and Isorok play and enjoyed watching them play it. I think that's it, nobody. Right? Like, John basically would still draft a tight 2-color deck. Yeah, exactly. John's looking to prey on those decks, and like 5-color nonsense pile has Isorok written all over it. But like, the long and short of it is I hadn't been having a good time, so I don't want to do something that's not fun. Kind of anticipating a counterspell there. Okay. It is a bit of an Azorius off. All right, this is looking a little better. I hear some baby waking up. She is not pleased. She had a long nap, and she is usually not particularly happy when she wakes up from those because she's often hungry. No bombs in my deck. At least nothing I would call a bomb. I passed the Control Magic variant for the Cloud Blazer. I think that was the closest to like super solid card I got. Yes, low power chaos, which is my favorite type of chaos. Who wants to play awful high powered magic? Nobody, that's who. It's kind of the reason why I like it so much. I assumed there was going to be a counterspell of some kind, so it doesn't Super surprised me to have that hit. So big possibility to be pretty grindy here. I think I'm happy enough getting rid of the Outlander so I can start making some attacks. I still don't quite think it's worth it to cash in the recovery unit just yet. It looks like we got another very grindy matchup, which a lot of Chaos Traps are. It's hard to pull off like very synergistic aggro, which is again probably one of the reasons why I like the format so much. Well, that's unfortunate. I wonder if they got the other control magic too. Okay, that's not terribly a problem. The flyer's still an issue, so it's gonna have to get bound. Yeah, I might be in real danger here. I feel like this opponent kind of has better top end because I'm kind of hitting a bit of a brick wall here. Because having only one heavy drop to close a game out with is a little scary. It's a solid mana sink too on a decent body. This card was very underrated in its own set. I wish I had more enchantment removal. Yep, they got all of them. That was the other one I passed. Dude, that's almost just game over, man. Yeah, I think that's functionally game over for me, but we can play a little longer. Poor Sim Baby. I think I've got some options to make this deck a little more grindy. But like short of a Wrath here, we're basically dead. I don't know what we're supposed to do with this. I also try to get more aggressive, but that like there's enough 2-drops in here too that's not super likely to work. We must have been pretty close to them, and this would explain why we weren't getting past some great stuff, as we were just fighting this player for our colors. All right, so what can we do to stop that? Slash, I may need to go check on some baby. Plummet would certainly be playable here. And I can fit it in. It's probably better than the Hypothesisal. I just don't have the pieces for this. I do want to keep the shore up. I want Cleansing Ray. I definitely want Cleansing Ray and Plummet. I might need to take the Ox just so I have something more expensive to do and flip the switch. Trying to look at like just what doesn't matter here. It's a fairly easy cut. And maybe we just play one less land. Because I have been flooding pretty hard. Oh god, I can't bring a green source in. Oh, thank you, custom matches. Alright, then we are playing the Scarecrow. Because I want the Plummet enough. But there's 2 green sources. It ain't pretty, but it's 2 green sources. All right, we'll take it. Leave 1 basic in your size board, my friends. It will help you. I can work with this. It's got a curve. Hello, baby. Curve may have been so low that I didn't need that anyway. If I draw another land, I may save this to like tap 2 things with the Ox. Yeah, I think that's probably worth it, honestly. Assuming I draw another, like if I hit another creature next turn. Like no point tapping that, it doesn't do anything. Nope, it's just all land. That's cool. Not as good as Moonguard though, am I right? Yeah, that's the one, Moonbreaker. Whatever it is you trendy kids are playing these days. This deck needed like a looter. Nah, it needed a little more top end. My goodness. I am getting wrecked. Yeah, I mean, this is a good example of, I think, why I like Chaos Draft so much. I got into the same color pair as my neighbor. They had it for 2 packs. I had it for 1. Their deck's better. Like, they just drafted better than me. I wasn't trying to figure out what was open, which was green. Green was so open, they ended up splashing some of it. But it's a good reminder of how, like, Chaos Draft works and why I think it's so much dang fun. They drafted well, they're winning. There's a satisfaction to that, you know? And like, when I click that concede button, I can be like, they did a better job drafting than me, and that makes me happy. Well, I mean, ideally, I would do the better job drafting, but overall, fun experience and good games, Atralos. Congratulations. And a very big thank you to my patrons. Thank you, Punk, Joe, Jesse, Jacob, Scott, Basti, Rich, Brandon, Jazzy, Craig, and Geis. I appreciate y'all.